What is Malolos Constitution? The only constitution ever framed by Filipino is what is known as the Malolos Constitution, taking its name from the then capital of the Filipino revolutionary government. This constitution, to be understood, should be viewed in relation to its background. Century of Spanish rule over the Philippines, insurrection first against the authority of Spain and her bad government, and later against the assumption of sovereignty by the United States and the gradually increasing sense of nationality, which nourished in the blood of martyrdom, grew into a common and an ardent desire for independence.
History. A committee headed by Felipe Calderon and aided by Cayetano Arellano, the Constitution was drafted for the first time by representatives of the Filipino people, and it is the first Republican Constitution in Asia. The Constitution was inspired by the constitutions of Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Brazil, Belgium, and France. After some minor revisions, mainly due to the objections of Apolinario Mabini, the final draft of the Constitution was presented to Aguinaldo. This paved the way to launching the first Philippine Republic. It established a democratic republication government with three branches: the executive, legislative, and the judicial branches. It called for the separation of church and state. The executive powers were to be exercised by the President of the Republic with the help of his cabinet. Judicial powers were given to the Supreme Court and other lower courts to be created by law. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court was to be elected by the legislature with the concurrence of the President and his cabinet.
What is the purpose of Malolos Constitution? The Constitution specifically provided for safeguards against abuses and enumerated the national and individual rights not only of the Filipino and of the aliens. The legislative powers were exercised by the Assembly of Representatives composed of delegates elected according to law. In 1899, the Malolos Constitution, or the first Philippine Constitution, was drafted and adopted by the First Philippine Republic, which lasted from 1899 to 1901. The Constitution assigned to the legislative body, a unicameral National Assembly, full control over the executive power, a president elected by the National Assembly, and the judicial system. The Constitution provided for universal and direct election, are the separation of church and state, compulsory and free education, and equal legal status for the languages of all the Philippine nationalities.
It precisely delimited the rights of citizens of special importance was the article on nationalization with the compensation of the real estate of the religious corporations, the largest landowners in the country. Because of the war against the Philippine Republic launched by the USA in February 1899 and the subsequent seizure of the Philippines by the USA, the Constitution never became widely effective. However, it left a profound mark on the consciousness of the people, and when the USA introduced a law in 1902 on the governance of the Philippines, several provisions from the Malolos Constitution relating to civil rights had to be adopted.